Hey, and welcome back to Merle Plays the Games. This is Merle, and it's been a long time since I've posted a video. Hopefully you guys have had a nice 8-month break. I don't even know how long it's been, but we're going to jump back into Sons of the Forest. I won't just bore you guys with what's been going on in my personal life, but we're going to start a new season. I've played a ton of Sons of the Forest. During my hiatus away, and so I'd like to start trying to bringing some shorter episodes. That's one goal, is to not have hour-and-a-half long episodes, and just try to keep it short and sweet as possible. So I'm gonna work on trying to do that. You know, because I'll play for 3 hours and then I'll try to give you a 20-minute video, but you know, sometimes like it's 3 hours of a video, and you know, an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours of, well, 2.5 hours, 2 hours of that is just me chopping down trees, which is not entertaining. But I have a regular job, full-time job, and family, and so finding these little windows, you know, and if any of you guys are out there are like that, you know, I'm sure you guys get it. Or if you've just got a job, or you've got obligations, or friends, or you know, whatever, you know, you get how it is. So anyways, I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys. Let's jump in. We're going to do a single player game. We're going to do hard survival. I did play a little bit of, I'm going to do hard, sorry, not hard survival. I played a little bit of hard, and, or played a little bit of hard survival, and it's definitely harder. And it's, and I'm sitting there thinking maybe I should do it, but we'll do hard. It's fine. I mean, the biggest thing with that is just you spend a lot more time running around trying to find resources, which is, for you guys, is not fun. It's just not entertaining. I don't want to, like, you know, I watch a lot of people play Sons of the Forest, and it's not something I want to see. So as of right now, we are on, like, I think there's been 9 updates. I think there's another one. I didn't even look at the screen. There's another one coming up here pretty soon. We're going to skip this because I think most of you guys have seen this. I'm really hoping we don't land in the snow, because the snow is annoying. No, we're going to land on the beach. That's fine. The beach is fine. I personally like the forest one, I think, the best, to be honest. The one thing that's nice about being in the snow, honestly, and I think it's a pretty sweet deal, is that you get the can opener right off the bat. You can get the can opener. So, let's open this up. You know, so having the can opener is super nice, because you're going to come across, let's get him up, cat food fairly often. I should not take that back, not fairly often, but you're going to come across some, and you're going to be like, I wish I could eat this. I don't really know of another way to get it open, to be honest with you. Oh, Kelvin, bless your sweet little bleeding-eared heart. Thing he's waving in front of his face is like a thing you can use to break glass with. Like windshields and windows and stuff. It's got that point at the end of it. Alright, Kelvin, you got it, bro? We solid? Alright, we're solid. Cool. Alright. Let's loot our little loots here. Grenades are cool. Would like some ammo, that'd be nice. 1 bolt. Okay, well, that's not great. Some non-mills. So I think I have maybe an idea of where to build. I've built several different places. I definitely have a couple places that I would probably consider like my favorite places to build, but I have one idea of a place that we might try. I'm gonna take some of these pills whilst we're doing this. Get the old health up. I really wish they'd give you these bodies over here. We're getting the duct tape, aren't we? I've played hard mode, not hard survival, but just hard mode, and it's... I mean, like, those guys haven't been... These are guys that crashed with me, because they're... Yeah, they're not, like, eating away. I wish they let you pick up this helmet. Kelvin's like, it's our friends, bro. I know, Kelv, I know. I know, buddy. One thing about killing these are... Well, it's meat. But it's also feathers. I think you can... I don't know, you can get it too out of it. He's like my friend. I was like, how have I not hit him? Does that thing peck me? Alright, let's get some meat. I'll hit this other one here because we're gonna start off our go-to weapon for a while is gonna be the... Hit this guy one more time. Is gonna be the bow and arrow. So getting feathers is really easy in this game, but I mean they're just sitting there in front of me. I might as well, yeah, like this guy. Get them. Time. We'll get a couple more. I've never seen them just come in here like this. I'm sure I'm missing them because I'm... Jeez Louise. Give me some more. But it's, again, it's full, it's like a full piece of meat. So it's not bad at all. I mean, it's like the easiest. If you need meat, if meat is scarce or you're struggling to survive, like this is definitely an easy way to get it. Sweet, I'm digging it. I'm always looking for those little stones to make arrows with. Doo-dee-doo, doo-dee-doo. Let's see how much. So we've got 4 pieces of meat. We've already got 51 feathers. Holy crap. Dang. Alright. Okay, let's pull out the old map. Find the Puffton family. Find Team B. Those are kind of newer things they've added. Okay, so one thing I want to do is I want to go over there. We're going to swim out into the water and get the gun, the pistola. I'm trying to see if we're going to go past. There was a place that I had my eye on that because it's a pretty good trek over there. I'm trying to remember. I think it's more a place to build, and we may just keep our eyes open. I'm not going to be super picky. I think when you're playing this game, the biggest thing to help you decide where to build is going to be your proximity to running water. Now there's like little ponds, there's little areas that are going to be, it's going to have water, which is great, but you need water that's moving. And some of the places will have water, you know, it almost looks like a pond, but one end of it or one part of it has a section that, you know, the water's flowing out of it. And so even though that main body of water may freeze, you can still go down there to where the water is actually moving and still be, you know, still be okay. There was a place I built that I kind of liked, but it was really tough getting sticks there. It was an interesting location, a place I'd never really thought about building. I kind of just walked up on it and I was like, ooh, this place is cool. And so I did build there for a while, but I think I've gone back and I think of the only 2 games I have left. If you guys saw when well, I didn't load a game, but well, you'll see when I save. I have a game that's like a cheating game. It's like it's my game where I just go in and use mods. But I'm not using any mods for this. I don't use that's like my, you know, spawn in 50 cannibals and just, you know, unlimited ammo and just go to town on them, which is fun. But one thing I'll say for for this game is I think the changes that Endnight is doing are good. See, there's not a lot of water that's like, there's these big ponds over here, but there's no, like at the top of the map there, but there's no water flowing in and out of them. Now, at the top of the little map where the inn is at, now that's where you've got like a lot of moving water, but we're just going to keep heading this way. That's one thing about this game is, I'm not saying it's like that it was a mistake necessarily to have a lot of the in-game stuff when the game first released. I mean, it's still technically in early access, and so it's fun to see all the updates. I think the changes that they've made, the things they've added, have been good for the game. I don't think anything's been really to its detriment. They're still working on balance stuff, and they're still adding new. They've just added these guys that throw spears, and I played the other day for a little bit, and I played for like 3 days, and I had guys with spears already coming up after me. So those are not even like late game guys. Those guys are no joke too, because they hurl those spears and they freaking hurt. You can dodge them, but I haven't quite got the mechanics down to really dodge them all. Sorry, just picking up stuff, looting this graveyard, as one does. Yep, we'll always want lots of cloth and skulls. And there's some cat food, some canned food right there. Guy's holding a Bible. Pick up some bones, some bone armor, some more rope. Some more. Oh man, this guy's just like buried him with his money. Lots of bones. Doo-doo-doo. Nothing. Rope. Is that it? I see stuff spawning in. Rendering in. Okay. So like I was saying, I don't think it's necessarily like a bad thing that they, but that they put the in-game, some of the reveals at the beginning of the game, not the beginning of the game, but when it was first released. But I think it would have been, that was one thing with the original Forest game, is that there really wasn't an end game. There were some there were some stuff, there were some sort of like story stuff that was out there, but the whole saving Timmy and all that kind of stuff like that didn't really come along until later on in some of the later updates. And so it just makes it, so I think people have come into this game, they've seen the, spoiler alert if you don't know how the game ends or some of the in-game situations. You see the cube, and you find out what they can do and what goes on and yada yada. And I mean, you don't really find out what they do, but you find out why being in the cube is important and all that kind of stuff, and kind of how people are being turned into mutants, and and so it's like, really should just keep this out. There's some little candle, they won't bother us, but so it's like, for I'll say I'm like a more casual Sons of the Forest player, it's like, oh well, I had it for I played it for like 4 days and I beat it, and I have no reason to come back to it. Now somebody like me, I love to play it, I love to build it, I love to just like try different things, just experience the game. I just love being in the game. It's such a beautiful game. I love the grind, and so for somebody like me, it's fine. My goal is not to beat the game. That's not my goal. My goal is to build a cool base, survive, fight off all the enemies. I know there's a lot of people complaining there was too many enemies at first, and I think they've balanced that out. But now I'm like, but I feel like, later on in the game, I wish they'd bring more enemies. I feel like there's not enough once you really start to get established and you start to go through caves and Now, granted, some of the enemies that you're seeing are less cannibals and more of the puffies, the mutants, I guess, the creepies. I think the creepies is a better word for them. You know, so there's more creepies than there are, or at least there's a better mix. And so, you know, that's good because the enemies are, you know, a little bit harder. You know, I think this last update, they increased the puffies, or the creepers, movement speed by 10% and increased their damage by 10%. So, you know, 10% doesn't sound like a lot, but when it only takes like 4 hits to knock you down, that's pretty significant. So, which that's okay. I'm okay with that. You know, make it more dangerous, make it more, you know, more serious when cannibals come to your, you know, make me want to build. You know, like in the forest, I got to where I could just headshot everybody, and, you know, not like I was a one-shotter every time, but, you know, you kind of learn to build in spaces where you could play areas that you could move. Like, this is a cool place right here, but there's no water. This whole area will freeze. Lots of fish, but it's crazy how accurate they've got it, because that's really what fish look like. But anyway, so... But here, you know, give me a reason. In the forest, I didn't build walls. I didn't, you know, I mean, I would occasionally, but it was more just sort of like, okay, well, let's see what that does. And, you know, it was like now, you know, in this game, yeah, it's like, oh man, like I need to be able to keep these guys away. I don't need these guys coming in here and destroying my base. You know, the cannibals in the really only real danger to your base in the forest was the mutants. You know, they were really the only ones that were really that had a chance to really destroy your base. And so, but in this one, like, they got those big guys, and those guys can do some damage, and even just some of the normal ones can. You know, being able to build rock walls and stuff like that definitely helps. Anyways, give me a reason. Give me a reason to build walls and electric fences and all that kind of stuff. I want to play with that stuff. I want to test it out. I want to see how it works. I want to see how effective it is. And, you know, dang, look at all those spiders. I really wish they'd do something with spiders in this game. They had spiders in the other game, and Sons of the Forest, or in the forest too. When you pick up rocks, there'd be spiders. Remember, there's change here. Rope. That's it. Yeah. So I'm going to walk around sort of like to where my blade is at, the top of my blade, to there. We'll build a place to sleep, and then I'm hoping we can get this. I'm hoping the meat that we have in our inventory doesn't spoil. I don't think it has yet, no. I don't think it tells you. I wish it would tell you when you hovered over it, like, it's got this many hours. Some games do that. It's nice. I think, like, Green Hell is one of those that, like, tells you how long it is until your food goes bad, which is nice to know. But this is such an easy weapon to get. Oh yeah, I forgot this over here. I was like, where the hell's that music coming from? You can pick up the radios now, and like you can do like alarm system. So we got ammo, we got the 9mm rail, got some MREs, another MRE, score. And these things right here will blow up. Dynamite. Okay. And another good thing about making the effort to come over here, especially at the beginning of the game, is because there are turtles here, and they also give meat. Meat. I'm building this so if I get eaten by the shark, it's okay. Yeah, there's my cheating and my normal. second playthrough, day 45. So we're gonna do new save. We're gonna do. Technically, it's season 2, I guess. Even though the first season, I guess technically didn't finish, but there's been so many updates. I just wanted to start anew. So there are turtles here. They definitely don't like, you know, being killed. But I'm not gonna kill any more. You can kill fish like this. Yep. Alright, let's make our way. Hopefully without getting eaten by the shark. This is the most nerve-wracking thing to me. I'm trying to come at it. There's a shark right there. Is it a shark or is it grass? I think it's grass. Yeah. There's one the water like that right there where the water goes down. Just know I'm gonna go like this and there's just gonna be a shark that's just gonna attack me. So I'm going to this side because this is where the ladder is at to get up into this thing. See, like right there. Ah, don't make me look. It's so... I hate it. Like, I hate that just like how deep the water is and you can't see what's below you. And there is a shark swimming around here and it's a good chance it's going to get us. Maybe we'll get lucky and it won't. Oh my gosh, I hate... That's worse than the caves. It's just that like I grew up fishing and what's that say? Oh, holographic mind. And you know, where I'd go fishing, we'd night fish sometimes, and sometimes we'd wade when we night fish, and so you'd be like, I'd put my waders on, you'd be waist deep in the water, and dude, sorry bro. And where's that shark at? There it is. You know, it'd be waist deep in the water, and it would just be 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and you're casting into water that's, you know, way over my head, and we're safe. I don't know, man. And then you get a fish, and you're just like, I don't know. It's just creepy. Creepy. Because you can't see, you know? And we were fishing for trout. It wasn't like we were... you know, piranhas were going to get us or something. But, I mean, there weren't even like gar where we were fishing or anything like that, which would be scary, I guess. Well, we survived. Hooray. Kelvin, sorry about your ears, bro. I know that sucks, man. Let's save again. We have the pistola. Which meat do we have? 6. I think 6 is the most you can carry. I think. Not 100% sure. Alright, let's see where we want to go. I want to go up this way. There's a place I used to build quite a bit up here, but I don't really want to build there again. Can I get up here? Alright, so we ended up, let's see, we were right out there where the end's at. North is at. There's a cave right over there. There's the massive mountain. This is one of the first I think my first playthrough. I think I may have actually. I did. Did I build here? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. But I haven't been here in a long time. It's such a cool place. It's beautiful. This the other place. There's two things for the two biggest things for me is running water. So for you know, so you don't have to go searching for water every time you wake up after sleeping. And then places that are aesthetically pleasing. So So we're going to call this place, at least for now, home. I'm going to clear out some little space here. I'm going to build a drying rack real fast so we can get this. So you start drying some food. Kelvin, I'm going to stab you, bro. And I'm going to feel bad about it. There it is. Drying racks. I was going to try to build them kind of out here. Maybe like that. I think you can hold shift now. Yeah, and you can stack them up, baby. Oh, yeah. Score. And being by water means you can fish. Kelvin loves to fish. All right, sweet. And let's stow those over there for now. I'm gonna put a tarp down and we can sleep. Sleepy McSleepersons. We can find a place. Put a couple corners up. All right, let's hit this. Let's hit the snooze button. Ah. Day 2, baby. We did it. The main thing was to get, at this point, the first day was to get all this done. The drying racks, that kind of stuff. So we've got one pop. It's not going to quench our thirst, but we've got an MRE we can eat, and then we'll go over here. And I know where there's a spot that's got a pot, so we can boil water. So let us venture onward. And that's one thing I've not really done to this point. I'm gonna try. Golly, these things are everywhere. It's like a smorgasbord. I've not really tried to, you know, now I say cooking. I mean, I guess it's technically cooking, but you know, you can get buffs from making stews or soups or I guess whatever you want to call them, and which is cool. I've just not really played around with it. I've not really done much with it. So that's something I'd like to try to do and see what the benefits of that are. I feel like in hard survival it might be more of a benefit than in just normal or hard mode, but I don't know because I've not really done it. So this is a place I used to build, or I've built several times. Actually, I think if you follow Farkit here, if you follow him, if you don't, go check him out on YouTube. I watch this stuff all the time. He's really good. But so there's a pot right there, money, golf balls, the letter about the golf balls, more golf balls. But I think he's building this massive house, and he built here. Like he built actually up right here, I think. Which I've built here a couple different times, and I didn't build up here. I built just down below here. Get everything? Nope. There's one. I was gonna say, I think there's one more. But I used to build right down there, that area, right through there. It's a good little spot. There's turtles. You can't; those are too small. But if you look right at the top of my axe, tip of my axe, there's a body in there. It's just always there. It never, even when the lake freezes, when the pond freezes. But if you look at the tip of my knife right over there, the water flows out of this pond, this little area, and that's where you can go over there even during the winter and still get water. So so that pot was a big thing to get. Another thing we're going to do, which is really close, it's not on the map. When you look up the map, I think it gets unlocked a little bit later. I'll have to look it up. I think I have the general area of where it's at. Yeah, it's like right here. Yep, right here. So there's you can now pick up these car batteries. So they've made some changes to how like the electrical system works. You know, you can put down, I don't think we have any yeah, we don't have any. I think we'll get some of this down here in a second, but we don't have any of the solar panels. But you have light bulbs now, and you can use wire and solar panels, and you can have electricity or at least lights in your house. But now they've done the thing where a solar panel can only power so many lights, I guess, and they don't. Right now, or before this last update, you would put a solar panel. One solar panel would basically light, as long as you could get wire to it, it would light everything. I mean, it would power everything, day, night, didn't matter. But now, if you don't have a battery, your solar panels will not work. Like at night they'll go bad. They'll not power it. So you have to have a battery now. I've not used that. I've not messed with that system yet. But that is a place. The batteries I think you can only find on golf carts, which makes sense because there's really the only thing else. The golf carts have to run off those batteries, so they're all battery powered. So this is one of there's no enemies down here. You can save right here and sleep if you want. There's armor's arrows. Here's a solar panel. Tons of light bulbs, lots of ink for the 3D printer, which is right over here. Which we're gonna do. We'll take a second to stare at Tim's. We saved you, Tim. You're welcome, bro. Actually, if you've never played The Forest, spoiler alert, you can actually choose to save or not save Tim. So, but we definitely saved Tim at some point. I used to choose not to save him because it would make him come back with these to save him, you had to crash another plane and kill everybody on it and find a survivor. So, because you need living tissue to make this artifact save his life. So bring him back to life. So, things like that. And these are like story details. This didn't used to be here, this little screen. I mean, the screen was there, but it said something else. But if you haven't watched, and I skipped through it, but when you first crash, this dude just appears. Like you fall and it goes to black, and then you kind of blink and you wake up, and this guy knocks you out again. So we're gonna make an old 20 of these. So we're gonna make 20 arrows. We won't use them right off the bat necessarily, because making just wood arrows is pretty easy. And the only other thing I think we'll make right now is the canteen. So this is a nice area to build. It's close to this. If you lose your pot for some weird reason, there's another pot right over there where we just left. Okay, so I don't know how many I picked up. I got a lost count. Apparently we have 20 already. And one of the things you can make is the mesh armor, which is this. I mean, when I say you make the mesh armor, you make the mesh material, but you still need like electrical parts, and there's like 3 or 4 things you have to, but you can make a whole suit of that, which is really the best armor in the game. So, all right, we'll go down here. I don't remember. I played the other day and I don't remember. This is new. These stairs I think are new. I think they added that. Because I don't remember there being stairs there. Pick up some wire. Conspiracy theories. Ooh. And then this is the... You can hear the music playing in there. But you need a key card to get in, so... We'll get there, guys. Don't you worry. We'll get there. So we're going to head back to home base. Actually, I think one thing we're going to do first is, since we're not really, before we really get committed to building, is right at the top of the map. There's that little purple icon. We're going to go there. So if you've played the game before, if you haven't, if you have played it, this will be repetitive, but not repetitive, but you'll know what that is. Here comes the rain. That's that little beacon is another marker for one of the guys that was on the plane, I believe, and you have to go up to the top of this ledge and like he's hanging up there by a rope, and I don't know if he killed himself or what, but you have to cut him down, and then there's a knife that you can pick up. I'm sorry, a knife. Oh my gosh. A flashlight that you can pick up. And we need the shovels for this, but we'll get there. All in good time. All in good time. And then the other thing that's right, I mean, really super close to this beacon, to this guy, is the modern axe. And it does make chopping things down easier. It does more damage to enemies, that kind of thing. So, again, definitely a good thing to get in the first couple of days. Stocking back up on sticks. And I've never built like, I mean, you could build like in here. I mean, you'd want to find a place that was a little bit flatter, but I mean, being right here on the water is not a bad thing. You know, this stuff levels off. Like, I thought about if you could see, this is pretty flat right here. And you could clear all this out and build, and you'd have this beautiful, like, you could build right here on the edge, and you'd have this, you know, it's not bad. Not bad at all. See if Kelvin's going to swim or if he's going to run. Keep this up so I don't just going in circles. So if you look right now on the map, just below the N and the arrow, there's a, where that road intersects, there's a little pond there. That's where the modern axe is at. There's a little camp there. And yeah, I was gonna say, as we get closer, this thing will start to beep louder, to the point of being extremely annoying. But if you don't like the beeping, you can just put your map away and it'll stop. So here's the little, got some rope, some alcohol, some snickety snacks. And there's his body falling. Doo-dee-doo. And his marker, some alcohol, and the flashlight. Boom, guys, there it is. So we don't need it right now. And then right down here is our super secret spot. Calvin is like, why do you keep doing this to me? Not super secret spot, but it's the camp where the modern axe is. Here it is. I think these little things right here are new. I don't remember seeing them. Maybe they've always been here. Give me your electrical parts. MREs. Another pot if you need it. We've already got one. There's the modern axe. Got it, baby. I don't remember these being a thing. I'm really curious if you can shoot them. I might shoot one just to see what it does. There's Kelvin. He made it. You're safe, bro. Flares. All right. I wish you could pick up these backpacks, but that's fine. Kelvin, let's go over here. I'm really curious to see what happens if we shoot this thing. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Wait, 2 bullets left. 5. Okay. Not a great use of them, but it's fine. Kelvin, we weren't trying to shoot you, bro. I know you got scared there for a second, but don't fear. All right. Now then, let's pull out the old Mippity map. Our house is right up there. Okay. Gonna head back. I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. Yeah, I just don't want to do super long episodes. This one will end up being, I've played for about 45-ish minutes, but this thing will end up being, half an hour. I don't know. We've just not been super boring, I don't think. It's an awesome first start. We're probably going to build a house that's at least rock walls, wood on the inside, I'm sure. But we'll start working on that. That'll be the next thing to start doing, is to get an actual house built before we try to venture too far out into caves and that kind of stuff. So there's really nothing in the caves at this point that you just like have to survive. So it's not an imperative that we get there immediately, but we will eventually. Again, I'll do a lot of building off screen just so you guys don't have to get completely bored by it. But definitely need to get down there and get some water. So, but like I said, I think I'm going to call it here. Pretty daggum good first 2 days. Got the modern axe, got the flashlight, got the pistol, and it didn't take that long. Like I said, I'm looking at my thing. 49 minutes is how long I've been recording. So at this point, I'll have cut some of that out, but some of the travel time stuff, but not a lot. And it's really not bad, guys. That's a pretty dang good start. We haven't had to kill any cannibals. We haven't been attacked, which I'm not opposed to. I like the danger. I like the, that's one of the things that, like I was talking about earlier, I hope they continue to do that, to encourage me to build walls, to encourage me to need to build electrical fences and need to use the radios now. And you can build like alarm systems, like motion sensors, where it makes the radio go off. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about, those kinds of mechanics in the game and that kind of stuff. And I want a reason to do it, not just to do it because you can. You know what I mean? So I think we got a pretty good place built. Ooh, this is cool. Forgot this was here. I think they need more places like this that you can just stumble up on. That's one thing about, the map is so big, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but it is humongous. Humongous. So anyways, calling it here, guys. 3rd time's a charm. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you wouldn't mind, hitting that little like button, that definitely helps. At least lets me know that you liked what you saw. It helps to, encourage me to continue to make more episodes. So if nothing else, I'm not a big channel, obviously I'm teeny tiny, so it's not like it's not like I'm trying to make money off of it. I just enjoy playing. I hope you guys like playing. I hope you enjoy watching the videos. Leave me a comment. Tell me what I suck at. Tell me what I missed. give me some hints and tips that I don't know about, because I am by no means an expert. So anyways, thanks again, guys, for joining. I really do appreciate it. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Again, it just kind of lets me know that you enjoyed what you saw and you want to see more. So yeah, thanks again for jumping in. Take it easy and bask in the beauty of the mountain, and we'll see you in the next one.